Hello again, welcome back. Do you remember Mr. Worry? He worries about everything. He even worries about worrying. Well, today's video is all about thinking, because it's thinking that makes us worry. So how would you think if someone arrived at your house today with a lovely big present for you? Perhaps it's your birthday. Or how would you think if today you were going somewhere special? Maybe on holiday, maybe going back to somewhere that you'd been before. How would you be thinking if tomorrow you had a test at school or an exam to do? And how would you think if one of your parents said, "Come on, it's time to go to bed. Stop playing that game and get ready to go to bed"? Well, we all think, and we all think differently, and things in our lives make us think. So if someone arrived at your house today with a present, you may be thinking, "Oh, I wonder what's inside it." Or if you were going somewhere special, you might be thinking of the memories you have of the nice times at this special place. Maybe if you've got an exam tomorrow, you might be worried. You might be anxious and thinking, "Am I really ready?" And if you have to go to bed and stop playing your game, maybe you're frustrated, maybe you're angry because you don't want to go to bed. So the way we think affects how we feel. And that's what we're going to look at in this video. There are three types of thoughts that we have. There are helpful thoughts. We can call those green thoughts because they make us happy or excited or joyful. There's lots of normal thoughts every day. They don't affect how we feel, but we have lots of them. But there's unhelpful thoughts. And if we have too many of them, that's what can change our mood, make us worry more, perhaps. So Mr. Worry, he thinks a lot about things. But even Mr. Worry still has some nice thoughts, some green thoughts. And they'll come through his mind some days, make him think about something nice. And then off they go. And he'll think about something else. But those green thoughts, they're nice. And they'll make Mr. Worry feel happy or excited. But Mr. Worry's challenge is not so much green thoughts, it's the red thoughts, it's the unhelpful thoughts that he has lots of times a day. Sometimes those thoughts come and go, and ideally that's what we want. But sometimes that doesn't always happen, because the thought comes in, we want it to leave, because it's not a very nice thought to have. But for Mr. Worry, they don't leave, because when that thought comes in, it stays. And it grows, and it makes him worry even more. And if we keep feeding and feeding and feeding those thoughts, those unhelpful thoughts, they'll grow and grow and grow. Some people spend a long time in bed just thinking unhelpful things. And if we learn to understand some of this thinking, when that thought first comes into our mind, then we'll realize that actually I'm feeding the thought. Perhaps I feel I'm not very good and I'm useless. Perhaps if I've got an exam, I think, well, I'm going to fail the exam because I failed the last exam. Or if my friend has not got back to me, well, I'm thinking it's because she doesn't like me. And if our thinking is like that and it feeds it, then that red thought won't just go. It will stay for a long time. And what we need to do is learn to challenge some of those red thoughts. So let's think about a different example. Let's imagine a red thought comes in that's not a very nice one, and it stops. I wonder if you can then challenge that thought by saying to yourself, well, actually, I'm going to try my hardest in the exam. Or my friend, well, I'm going to send her a message and see if she's okay. And deep down, I know people care for me. I know people love me. And if we think differently, we can change a red thought into a green thought. But it's all about how we think. So, what have we learnt today then? What has Mr. Worry helped us think about? Well, when a thought comes in and it stops, what I want you to do is learn to become a detective. Learn to think about your thinking. When that unhelpful thought comes in, ask yourself, am I thinking green thoughts to challenge it in order to make me excited and happy and joyful? Or am I just adding more and more red thoughts, unhelpful thoughts on top of it, which is going to make it worse? Because ideally, what we want to try and do is change that red thought into a green thought. And we can do that. That is possible. And that's going to be in the next video that we do. So thanks for watching. Please text in your ideas and suggestions for this YouTube channel. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.